Uh, Priya, I was just thinking, like how can having a metaphor uh, that, helps one understand oneself better or not having one make a big difference in one's evolution and growth journey?
Absolutely. I think I want to harp back to the Wisdom Circle event that I had recently, uh, convened, and we had a group of a very mixed audience in Singapore, and uh, uh, this was one of the topics we discussed, and I think what really a metaphor does is, and this is what the group came up with, is the fact that it gives them clarity in chaos.
Right,
So building one's own leadership metaphor, or building or taking inspiration from a metaphor, can help people handle the chaos better. There's a lot of, I mean, one is there's a lot of mental chaos because you're thinking too much. How do I decide? What do I decide? How do I, and especially in leadership, it's like decisions, problem solving. A lot of things are often there. But having a leadership metaphor can actually help you anchor quickly. So it's like you're connecting to the why faster, and therefore from that you're able to think better.
right,
So not having that often leads people to some form of floating. And they often see that, hey, I see this other person making progress, I'm in the similar terrain but I'm not. So there is always this, why am I not making progress? That's a question that many people often ask. But they also think too easily, and especially when it comes to metaphors, I see a lot of people are too easy on themselves.
yeah,
They're just too quick to, hey, okay, this is me, I understand, okay, other. So, but go a little deeper, get at least 3 to 5 angles or facets to your metaphor from different people. How do
mm,
they see me? How do I see myself? So get that little thing, the little a word or a or a thing or an artifact quickly, but it's not quick to jump to it, but have it quickly in life earlier on, so that, but in a more embracive way, where you're having at least a few people who are helping you discover it along with yourself. And then that becomes your guiding light whenever you're stuck in chaos, when you have to handle situations. How can I take inspirations? What are the characteristics? For example, in one of the research works that we've done, we have something around the avian archetypes, and we actually use that to help people just take inspiration from a set of birds, to understand how am I reacting, and therefore, oh, what is the parallel of how this bird addresses it, and therefore how do I solve something. So a lot of times metaphors can actually help you solve things, but either people jump to a metaphor very quickly and they just hold on to it and they think that's their metaphor, but getting to it needs to be faster in life. But it's not about jumping to conclusions about your metaphor, but taking a very an embracive route to identify your metaphor from few different angles, few different perspectives, and then defining it. That becomes a stepping stone for leadership and success. But a metaphor can also change over a period of time, depending on the stage of your life, or
right,
they could remain the same. That depends on how you choose it, or how you work with it,
right,
or
right,
how it is meaningful in your life at
right.
any time. So it's a little deep, but it's important that having a metaphor at least helps you to solve some of the issues or handle the chaos faster. And that's something for people to think about.
Right, right. Absolutely.